Happy Wednesday again. We are ready to start a new lesson in fractions. Today we're going to focus on equivalent fractions. So these are fractions that have different denominators and different numerators, but they are equal in terms of the amount of the whole that it is being considered. So we're going to look here, and I have my pointer today, Emily, if you're listening. The pointer is back. Drawings are still down. Tech support has been contacted, so as of right now I'm unable to draw on my slides, but we can continue with our fancy dandy laser pointer. So let's explore. Riley and Juan are twins and we're having a birthday party. After the party, they both had cake left over. Riley has half of her cake left. Juan has 2/4 of his cake left. Who had the most cake left over after the party? So use your fraction circles to prove your thinking. Well, before we compare and find out whether they are equal or equivalent, we have to know how to draw these fractions again. So with Riley's cake being half, we know our denominator's 2, so her cake is cut into 2 slices, as you see right here. Juan's cake is 2/4, so his cake was cut into 4ths when they started the party, and 2 pieces remain for his cake. Half of Riley's cake remains. Well, are they equal? Later on in the next few days, I'll show you strategies that you can use to determine if fractions are equivalent using calculations and other ways. But the first thing I want you to do, especially today, is draw them out. Circles may not be my favorite thing, and this might not be your favorite for some of you guys listening. We will also work on rectangles today, but for the purpose of this example, we are going to use circles. And for the purpose of today, I want you to be drawing the fractions out in shapes, no matter what. Okay, so here we have equal size cakes that were just cut differently. If we go into the next slide, we're going to learn how they're equivalent. So fractions that have the same amount, but their value may look different, or their number may look different. And now here there are 2 cakes. This is Riley's and this was Juan's. Even though Riley's was 1/2 and Juan's was 2/4, you can see with your eyes that they are equal, and the answer to the question on the last slide is they have an equal amount of cake left. This is what I was doing in the classroom when I would ask you guys, would you want half a candy bar or 2/4 of a candy bar? And we would play with the tiles in the classroom that I wish you guys had right now. And if you have them, I know some of you did purchase them. This would be a good time to look and see what are equivalent fractions. We did touch base on this before spring break. But we want to see with our eyes that if they're equivalent means they have the same surface area for the same size hole or shape. So 2/4 and 1/2 are equivalent. Another way you can check if they are equivalent is if I multiply the bottom number. What number did I multiply 2 to get to 4? And I've shown some of you guys on ST this. Well, in order to get to 4, I had to multiply 2 by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Well, whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So if I did 2 times 2 to get to 4, 1 times 2 should get you what? And if it gets you 2, then you know these are equivalent. But again, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. For now, I want you guys to draw them out. So here's another example. Tia was using fraction rectangles in math class. She showed the fraction of 3/4, which is here. Right here is her model. How could she show the same amount using in a different way? Basically what we're asking is how could she show that the same amount was used in the rectangle but in a different fraction? And this is where you're going to have to practice where you know your cousins, your halves, your 4ths and your 8ths are related, your 3rds and your 6ths are related. So if we're dealing with 3/4, how can I change this shape but still equal the same amount? Well, here we drew four shapes. If I simply take my laser pointer and draw a line across, my 4 shapes turns into 8 shapes. So instead of just 3 out of 4 being shaded, now it looks like there are 6 pieces. And instead of out of 4, it's out of 8. And we've actually doubled our fraction. But is it the fraction any bigger than 3/4? No. What we did is we turned the 4 into 8s. And then if we turn the 4 into 8, how did we get there? Again, ST Math really went over this. If the 4 to turn it into 8, we would have to multiply by 2. Well, whatever we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So 3 times 2 would equal 6. And if there are 6 shaded, that's saying they are equivalent. Again though, when we are drawing them out, which is what I want you to practice today, make sure your rectangles that you're comparing are the exact same size. I know this is a side-by-side example. I would prefer up and down, on top and the bottom, because then you can really see, are they equal fractions? Alright, so here's 2 more. We need to see which one. Is it this pair or this pair that are equal? Well, before we even determine if they're equivalent, we have to draw them out. That's step 1 right now. So 2/3, I'm going to draw my rectangle like you see here. I'm going to cut them into thirds, equal pieces, and and I didn't even notice I didn't shade the second one. Okay, so I'm going to shade, if I were to shade this one, it would end right here. Okay? Now the bottom one was 4/8, which you can see is right here. 8 equal parts, and then I shaded 4, which ends right here. So are these equal? If this one, I can't shade it now, but if this one is here, and this one is way back here, are these equivalent fractions? And the answer is no. Is there a fraction in the 8ths that would make, that could be equivalent to something in thirds? Not based off this picture. Maybe later down if we were to make bigger parts, but here 2/3 would be right around here, and that's it's not gonna be 5/8, it's not gonna be 6/8, it's right in the middle. So there's nothing equivalent about these 2 shapes, so these 2 fractions are not equivalent. Now we look over here, we have 3/6. So we cut the same shape rectangle, but instead of 2 parts, I cut it into 6 parts. We did practice drawing these guys. These are going to come in handy today when you practice, because we know that thirds are cousins of 6s. So the first thing you want to do when drawing 6, you want to cut it in thirds first, and then you double it and you'll have 6 pieces. So we have 3/6 here and 1/2 here. Again, drawing both shapes, and as you can see, they are equal in they are equal in surface area covered. So these 2 fractions are equivalent. Now I will give you an easier method day 2 or 3 in this lesson, where you can mathematically determine if they're equivalent, but today we're going to focus on drawing them out and being able to recognize it in pictures. Alright, I have a Khan Academy lesson under here that you can watch if you need further examples, and it would be really beneficial before you go ahead and do those worksheet for the day and the exit slip. So I will see you guys Thursday.